Hello and welcome to my review of Warhammer Imperium issue 25. In this issue you'll get 5 Necron Immortals for us to build and play with. Also comes with 5 bases, 32mm for the Immortals, and of course the issue and a little pull-out dedicated to the Dectus Mechanicus inside this issue. We'll get onto that later on. But quickly, I'm just going to show you the sprue of the Necron Immortals. Actually it is Necron Immortals and death marks, their sniper variants. But it's quite an old sprue, again 2011. That's getting on quite a bit now, but great use of the space and all that. Very good. Now before we actually get onto the unboxing, I want to do like a kind of like a little self plug in here of a video I made a year ago. It's actually my most views video on the channel. It involves getting this sprue of Necron Immortals and, well, 2 sprues, but technically 1 box of the brand new Necron Warriors, which came out with start of 9th edition. In that video I told you how you can turn this one sprue of 5 miniatures into 15. In that video I'll go over to a bit more extent. I don't go to a step-by-step guide on actually how to cut stuff from the sprue and place it together. I just tell you how I did it. So what I might do soon is actually build step-by-step guide on how to build a Necron Immortal with Gauss Blaster, a Necron Immortal with Tesla Carbine, and a Deathwatch by kit bashing them with this sprue and these 2 sprues of Necron Warriors. I can't quite remember exactly how much you can save by doing this, but in the video I do go over it about how much you can save. It's quite a bit. So I already now have 5 Immortals with Gauss Blasters, 5 kit bashed Immortals with Tesla Carbines, and 5 kit bashed Death Marks. So I'm going to add another 5 of each to make my forces even bigger on the tabletop. My opinion is Necrons are a Silver Legion. There should be a lot of them on the table, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. But I'm going to move on to the actual issue 25 now. Get that on way for now. So let's see what Ian's got to say in this issue. In this issue, Necron Immortals come storming onto the tabletop, bringing additional firepower to your Necron army. These new articles explore the intrigue of the Necron Royal Courts, the organisations that rule the Imperium of mankind, and the stellar empire of the Ultramarines. Oh dear. You then take your elite Immortals onto to battle against a Space Marine foe. Happy lobbying from Ian. Cheers, Ian. So, the Necron Immortals, it seems to be only about the Necron Immortals and not about the death marks that you get inside the actual sprue. So, let's move on to the Necron Immortals. Elite Necron Infantry. Necron Immortals are elite Necron soldiers who possess the ability to think and fight independently from their commanders. They are equipped with heavier armour and superior weaponry and deploy against the dynasty's most powerful foes. So the Gauss Blaster. Gauss Blasters are larger and more prominent than the Gauss Flayers and Reapers wielded by Necron Warriors. These weapons also have a greater rate of fire and can be fired on the move, granting the Immortals who wield them greater mobility on the battlefield. And Tesla Carbines. Tesla Carbines are the smallest form of Tesla weapon designed to be wielded by a single Immortal. These weapons fire arcing blasts of living lightning. Ooh. These bolts crackle from foe to foe after striking their initial target, decimating entire enemy units within seconds. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Ooh. Battle record, naming each aspect of your Necron Immortal if you so desire. Glorious tasks. Phalanxes are often tasked with critical missions. Write down the phalanx's goal. And there's an example here. Capture and hold an objective and accumulate at least 3 victory points. Oh, fair enough if you want to do that, yeah. On the Royal Court. Whether they are pharaons in the command of the entire dynasty or overlords in control of a handful of tomb worlds, powerful Necron lords also possess their own royal court. A selection of lesser nobles, military officers, cryptech advisors, and heavily armoured bodyguards who help them to rule their territories. So we got Overlords, which we got in the previous issue. Lords, I think there's only resin models for Lords these days on Games Workshop website, but there we go. Lich Guard as well, which we'll be getting later on in a few issues, and the Royal Wardens, which we had in issue 1. And the Cryptex, of course, we have been given the Technomancer in the previous issue. Plasmancers, Chronomancers and Psychomancers we've yet to have in any of these issues, so it's like showing other models that you can have. I do actually have all of these fellas, bar the Psychomancer. I've been meaning to pick up that one actually. Rule of the Imperium. So it goes over, oh, we've had this image before. I'm pretty sure we have in this issue. In the previous issues. But goes on to, there's a key here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's have a look. So number 1, the Sectorum Imperialis. The governing body of the Imperium is led by the 12 leaders of the most powerful organizations of the Imperium. Okay, right, yeah. And number 2, over here, the Depths Mechanicus, responsible for the Imperium's technology. The Depths Mechanicus is led by the Mars Fabricator General. The Cult Imperialis, the official state religion of the Imperium. The cult's most senior figure, the Ecclesiarch, sits as one of the High Lords of Terror, yeah. And number 4, the Adeptus Administratum, is a bureaucratic organisation made up of clerks, scribes, and administrative staff. Governing the Imperium. Oh, I'm not going to read all that. Ultramarines, the Empire of Ultramar. So instead of the Ultramarines having one chapter planet, they have an entire empire, a sub-empire inside the Empire of Man. Okay. So it goes on to all the different planets. Oh, Macragge is right in the centre, that's their main planet. And there's all sorts of other little planets dotted around nearby as well with their own little solar systems. Actually, their own solar systems. They have entire solar systems, not just one planet. Okay. So, moving on to the actual how to build the Necron Immortals. I'll have a quick read through now and see if I notice anything which I'm looking for. So, it only tells you how to build the Necron Immortals with the Gauss blasters. Is there another page? No, there's not. So, I find it a bit weird now that in this issue they've included the Gauss blasters, the Tesla Carbines and the Death Marks with their weapons and not have building instructions for them. I don't think it'll be that difficult to replace the Gauss blaster with the Tesla Carbine. It's very much similar. Pop the hands and the right arm into the torso and connect the cable to the cable coming out of the spine of the Necron Immortal. That's fine for the Tesla Carbine. But the Death Marks have a complete separate torso as well. They have a complete separate front plate. Where is it? Or was it back plate? I forget now. Give me a moment. There we go. Yeah. So these are the backs of the Death Marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5th one somewhere. 5 up here. So they have completely different backs compared to the Necron Immortals. What I suggest that you do, if you want to build, let's say, the Tesla Carbines or the Death Marks instead of the Immortals, go on Google and type in Necron Death Mark instructions to find out how you want to make those instead. Or watch my YouTube video, which I'll put a little thing in this top corner. Where is it? Little thing just in the top corner to take you to the video as well there. And how to turn this sprue of the Necron Immortals into 15 different miniatures. Well, 3 sets of 5. Painting, yeah, Runal Blast, abandoned black everywhere. Silver and white as well for where it's going to be, will be green in the future, I assume. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, we have not been given any green yet for the Necrons. That's a bit barbaric. No green for the Necrons. What are you doing? Of course, you can paint that any colour that you want, but to me, Necrons are all synonymous with green. Oh, we got data sheets for the Royal Warden and the Immortals now. Oh, very weird. And there's only the rules for the Gauss blasters as well. 13-inch range, rapid fire 1, string 5, APT 1 damage. No rules for the Tesla Carbine. Tutorial, how to play the rules, how to play Warhammer 40,000. I thought we'd be learning that. Second phase, this looks like a breakdown of how to actually read the rules in the actual rulebook itself. So it points out the little bullet points that they have inside the actual rulebook. Defensive perimeter. Goes on to another tutorial mission that you can do. Scout mission, secure the perimeter. The progressive capture outpost. Griffin mission objectives. Okay, fair enough. And it just shows you how to, what units to bring. That's so they have the rules for the Royal Warden inside there. So yeah, 1 Royal Warden, 5 Necron Immortals, 10 Necron Warriors, and the Space Marines get Lieutenants, 5 Intercessors, and another 5 Intercessors. Oh, there we go. So that is the end of issue 25. We also got given a little pull-out of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Let's open up to the main page. Strategic disposition of Forge World. So it goes on to like all the cohorts and how a Forge World command is actually made. The Fabricator General, the Fabricator Lockham, and the Adeptus Mechanicus Tech Priest as well. And it branches off into all the cohorts, into the Marocade. Oh, I can't actually pronounce that. Third cohort. Oh, I quite like this. This breaks down everything of the command structure of the Forge World. Ooh, I like that. I have to give that a good read over later on, I think. Might of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So you're right there, especially right now in 9th edition. What we got on the back here? Oh, there's a view of different miniatures as well in the Adeptus Mechanicus range. So we had a few. Oh, that light. I'm sorry about the light. So this shows off a lot of like different units of Adeptus Mechanicus as well. Stuff that we won't get inside this collection of magazines. So here we've got the Onika June Crawler. We've got some Armiger Warglaves. We've also got some Castellan robots over there as well. We've got Iron Shredder Battlestarii, the Flyer, the Archaeocopter, great model that, absolutely love that. Different types of paint schemes as well. We've got paint schemes called Metallica, which is the red and the white, Mars, which is of course the red, and Riser, which is the orange. Yeah, brilliant, love it. So that is my review and unboxing issue 25. Like I said, I'll link another plug. I will link a put a link up here as well for the video how to turn this brew in 5 miniatures into 15. I hope you go and look at that and give it a like as well. I really do appreciate that as well. Right, well, join me in the next unboxing for issue 26.